So welcome back to the channel. For those that first time join me, I greatly appreciate you tuning in. For those that have been here before, this is going to be a little bit of a different video than what you've seen before. You saw the title of the video. It's absolutely true. You have to be uncomfortable to change. And I think I've lived by that to some degree anyways, or I've tried to for the last couple of years. Doing this, for example, I would say makes me pretty uncomfortable. Whenever I first started the YouTube channel, I just made the decision that I was going to do videos strictly on car shows. That I would just go out and record cars, do some cinematic videos and post those. And yeah, that works great. I mean, I've had some great views and people seem to enjoy those types of videos pretty well. Um, I like cars. I love cars. I love just trying to get different viewpoints of cars, especially making making the landscapes apart with the cars, that type of thing. That's what I really enjoy. That's my passion. But I would say that you have to be a part of your channel, and I've learned that you actually have to be enmeshed with it slightly to have a YouTube channel. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make myself just slightly uncomfortable to make this work. Um, I've watched a lot of other YouTubers talk about this, and actually about the specific topic really here recently. I've watched several of their videos, and that's what led me to make this video. There was maybe about a year ago, I kind of said, whenever I had the channel name Lily Photography, which I still use that name for my photography stuff, but I kind of expressed what I was about. But I didn't really delve into a lot what brought me into actually doing this now, or especially in YouTube, or even what led me to actually do the photography to begin with, in all honesty. And I would say the reason I felt like it was very much a need to become uncomfortable at that very moment is, I was burnt out. I mean, I think that we're all, at some point in our careers, if you've worked for some type of corporation company, if you work there long enough, you will become burnt out. And I know that's the American way. I mean, you're going to work somewhere. Typically, that's the way that the American way is set up. You're going to work for a company. You're going to have a career. You're going to go to college, whatever it may be. Maybe not necessarily college, but just something. You're going to find something that you like, and you're going to try to work at it. Try to make decent money, 9 to 5, even night shift, whatever it may be, and you're going to retire. But that just didn't seem like it's something I really wanted to do. After about 14 or 15 years 13 or 14 years at the company I worked for, it wasn't something I really enjoyed. It wasn't something I was just tired of it. I was burnt out. It's my story to share, and I've talked to several individuals about this, but I won't delve into all the details, and I don't think that would be a good idea for me to do that on this channel. But I will say this. It was a toxic work environment. And I think that we've all been there. I think that everybody's had some form of some toxicity or toxic work environment, maybe that they've been a part of. But it was to the point that, it was either change or let the place change me to the point that I just couldn't function. So I decided to make a change. I took 7 months off work. I just tried to do photography, and I live in a small part of Southwest Virginia. Didn't work out the best. Things happened, life happened. I went back to a 9 to 5 job. I enjoy where I'm at now. I really do. But, I will say this, I still have the passion, and I feel like that if you have a passion, you have to continue to push yourself. That's so very important. And I plan to do that. I plan to continue to try to grow in this, in building this channel, especially in the coming months. I mean, right now it's kind of a slow season for any type of car content, especially since that's what I do. I do a lot of car content, and the winter months are very slow. But I will say this: if you have some sort of passion, if there's something that you like, whether it be this, if you're just here watching this because you want to find some type of motivation, whatever it may be, never settle. Don't, because if you settle, you've lost the battle. If you have something you're passionate for, push for it. Again, you have to be uncomfortable to change. If you're comfortable, you won't change in anything. Um, you're just going to continue to do what you've always done. And there's so much out there. There's a lot of opportunities, um, and there's no set way of life. There's no set way that we all have an opportunity to do something great. And what you may consider great may not be the same for another person. So just do what you feel is right. Do what you feel passionate about. Um, because again, life is short. I think I read something the other day that lifespan was 70, 80 years for individuals. However, I mean, try to enjoy it. Spend time with people you love. But again, find something you're passionate about and that you find fire in. Um, and for me, it's somewhat it's financial freedom in a sense that eventually I want to be able to feel like I can just eventually travel. I can actually go out and do, record things. I can go out and do photography of landscapes and not necessarily feel so tied down to one specific location. Um, that's a threat that is important to me. Um, I've been to the point of seeing what a toxic work environment can be like, and um, having dreams and passions in a work environment like that. But again, I'm the type that tends to fight for the underdogs, and corporations necessarily aren't always for that. So sometimes it's best to do things on your own, and that's okay. That's okay, and that's absolutely fine. But do what's best for you. And that's what this video is about. Just making sure that or finding that you have to be uncomfortable to change. Um, Moving forward with the channel, if you've stuck around this long, as you can see, this is a very small, little different setup than what I've had in the past. I'm going to try to actually bring some more things to the channel, have maybe a little bit more of a studio setup. I don't really have a whole lot. I have a couple lots here right now. I'm actually using my normal camera, my photography camera that I've used for some videos in the past. But I do plan to actually try to do some different things uh, to build the channel. And that's going to come throughout this year. I do plan to push really hard this year to build this channel and to make it good. Um, so a lot of more car content coming. Maybe some more of these types of videos. I don't know. I mean, I wanted to share my journey. Right now, I have a small amount of subscribers. So I don't have a lot to really share in terms of how to grow your YouTube channel, because I really don't know that. I mean, I'm just saying I'm just a small number of subscribers, just very short in this journey of trying to get to where I want to be with this. But I will say this: I mean, I do plan to try to push really hard this next year. And if you've seen some of my track stuff, I do want to still pursue that passion. I enjoy driving. And I still plan to pursue that as well, because that's something that brings me joy. And that's another thing. You have to have something that you find joy in too, not just a career, but something that, again, fuels that passion, that makes you happy. Because if you're not happy, the other people around you aren't going to be happy either. So that is also very important. It's not selfish to try to make yourself happy, because in being happy, you're also making others happy. Just keep that in mind. It's very important. Life is short. The people around you are very important, but in giving to others, you have to give to yourself, and that's okay. It's okay to take care of yourself. But thank you for joining me. I know this was a short, maybe semi-short, semi-long video, however you want to look at it. A little bit different video for those that have tuned into my prior videos. But if you stick around, there'll be a lot more to come. If you like cars, if not, well, this may not be for you, but I hope you stick around. I'm going to try some different things. I may have some more of these types of videos. We'll have to wait and see. But again, thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.